Hello and welcome back to day one to the Dr. Karni Singh shooting range in the heart of New Delhi for the next final of this ISSF World Cup final for 2024. What a year it's been so far, an Olympic year of course. It's been packed full of competition, full of world records, gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals, everywhere you look. And when you think right back to Jakarta in January with the Asian Championships and that Olympic qualifier, it all became about the Olympic Games over the first 6 months. Now the Olympics is done and dusted. We're here for this World Cup final, and here's our lineup for you today. The 10-metre air rifle men will get underway in a few moments. Local time, it will start at 1:15 in New Delhi. Then it's the turn of the pistol finals, the women first, and then the men to complete day one of 4 finals. My name is Rory McAllister, I'll be your commentator. Welcome along to ISSF TV. Wherever you are around the world joining us, you're more than welcome here. Bullseye of 0.5 of a millimetre. I know, it just absolutely blows my brain each time I say it. A pinhead would be the equivalent of hitting a 10.9. That's the precision that we're talking about here at this kind of level of shooting. Here's an example of what one of the rifles looks like. They don't all look the same. Customise the parts and the colours. Maximum weight though, that's what's important. Every rifle cannot be over 5.5 kilos. The trigger's so delicate on these rifles, it hardly takes any effort at all, so you need to be sure when it comes to taking your shot. Just looking at Martin Stremfel of Austria, who's on firing point 8, now 40 years old, been competing since the millennium 2000. Fairly decorated with medals as well, as you're seeing on your screen. Franz Roth is the coach. Du Linshu of People's Republic of China. First of 2 Chinese athletes in this final. Silver medalist at the World Cup in Baku earlier this year. Still only 21 years old. Also competed in the Paris Olympic Games. Du Linshu has 5 gold medals at World Championships to his name. Here's Arjun Babuta, been following his career for many years. First met Arjun back in 2017 at Seoul, a junior competition. I was announcer that day. He's such a nice guy, is Arjun. Now 25 years old. Dilap Singh Chandal, the coach. So here is Isfan Penny. Just look at those medals. I mean, you can just lose count. I count 29 World Cup medals, and 6 of them gold. Isfan, who's just got married, so I went along to see him in the call room earlier, just to congratulate him in person. We had spoken to each other on Instagram, but also had a quick word with that man as well, Isfan Penny Sr. Just like the same as me and my father, we have the same name. And Isfan also had a grandfather of the same name, so it goes through the generations. Zheng Lihao of People's Republic of China, the world #1, the world record holder, and also has the Olympic record. That was 252.2. Yao Yi is the coach. Interestingly, Zheng Yao took the silver medal in the World Cup final. That was in Wrocław in Poland some 3 years ago. He made the podium today. Meanwhile, the hopes of India, not only with Arjun Babuta, but also with Divinesh Singh Panwar. Manoj Kumar, very nice guy. Had a quick chat with him as well before the final. Seemed in good spirits. Seems hopeful. Who knows if India will make the podium for this final? Well, they've got 2 chances with 2 athletes. Meanwhile, Danilo Salazzo of Italy just getting his footing in the right place. I've always liked the colours of his rifle. I'm a big fan of the Hulk. I've always looked at Danilo's rifle and thought, it's the old style, the old school Hulk colours of the purple shorts and the green body. And Giuseppe Fent, nice wave to the camera. Here's the coach. And the former world record holder, Yuri Plavatsky, known as Yurka, to not only his friends, his family, and also the squad. He also has it imprinted down the side of his suit. And once again, a very decorated athlete in terms of medals. Will it be another medal today for Plavatsky of Czechia? And once again, Lobos Olkalka. He has a firm handshake, I can tell you that. I went to say hello to Lobos before the final. And yeah, indeed, he has a vice-like grip. There's Luciano Rossi, the ISSF president. Just to the left, that's Jan Ketzel, the event manager of the ISSF. And to the right, Peter Underhill of Great Britain, who is the technical delegate for this World Cup final. So here are the world rankings. And of course, sometimes that determines how many competitions you enter, because you need to get those world ranking points from the competition. So it sometimes doesn't always reflect the form or the way this competition and this final could go, but it's often an indication. So here we go with Jamie Stangrove of Great Britain, who has the official introductions.
Welcome to the Dr. Singh shooting range. The final competition of the 10-meter air rifle men's event will now take place. So let's meet the athletes. On firing point A, representing Austria, with European Championship bronze and Munich World Cup bronze both coming this year. This is his third consecutive final and a World Cup final. He is the world number 3, Martin Strempel.
So Martin Strempel, the first to be introduced on firing point A, representing Austria, now 40 years old, has been competing for the last 24 years.
On firing point B, representing the People's Republic of China, making his World Cup final debut. He has 6 World Cup medals, 2 in this event, with black and silver in the mixed team as well. Back in May, let's welcome Du Lin Shu.
Du Lin Shu, the first of 2 Chinese athletes in this representing People's Republic of China, looks focused on firing point B.
C, representing India. He's the world number 4, finishing 4th at Paris 2024, his debut Olympic Games. This is his first World Cup final, 3 World Cup medals to date, including gold from January 2022. Let's welcome Arjun Babuta.
Massive juniors for Arjun Babuta of India, now 25 years old on firing point C.
Moving on over to firing point D, representing Hungary. The world number 6 is a 3-time Olympian, 6 World Cup final medals to his name, including gold in this event from here in New Delhi back in 2017. Let's welcome back Issf Penny.
And Issf Penny of Hungary. Well, I'll go over some of his achievements as the final gets underway. 29 World Cup medals to his name.
Firing point E, representing the People's Republic of China, the newly crowned Olympic champion, won 2 World Cup gold medals in this event. This year, he's the Olympic record holder, world record holder, and world number 1, Sheng Li Hao.
Sheng Li Hao isn't going to just walk this final as the world record holder and the world number 1. He also holds the Olympic record as well.
On firing point F, representing India. He started the year in style, setting a new world record, winning gold in Cairo at 21 years old. He already has 2 World Cup final medals, including individual gold from 2019. It's Divyansh Singh.
Divyansh Singh was the next Indian athlete to be packed crowd here in New Delhi.
And on the firing point, G, representing Italy. The world number 2 placed 5th at Paris 2024 this summer. He's a World Championship silver medalist and has World Cup final silver from 2022. 6 World Cup medals to his name. His name is Danilo Dennis Solazzo.
Danilo Dennis Solazzo from Italy. The world number 2 is on firing point G.
And on firing point H, representing Czechia. 19 World Cup medals across the rifle events, including 10 meter gold from Grenada 2024. He's a 2023 World Cup final bronze medalist. He is Jirka Privatsky.
Jirka Privatsky, actually first name Jiri, but likes to be known as Jirka, and also has that stitch down the side of his suit, looking very focused and very determined. India.
And the chief range officer for this final is Viren Bhatt of
Once again, took charge of the final earlier today as our chief range officer, or CRO as it's known in the world of shooting. So that was qualification earlier today, from the first right down to 8th. So if that's any indication of how this is going to go, then Solazzo should be a gold medalist, but it can all change, of course, in finals. Qualification is one thing, and that's how they line up from starting on firing point A right through to firing point H, and there's some names in there. 2 from India, 2 from People's Republic of China, Italy, Austria and Czechia and Hungary, the other countries represented in this final. Hello, my name is Rory McAllister. I'll be your commentator for this final. Thank you very much for joining us. Wherever you are around the world, feel free to leave your comments in the comments section and just be nice and friendly at all times. Just settling in now to the second final of the day. And here is the world record holder, Shangli Hao. So the load command is given. We have now the first series of 5 shots, and then we move to a second series of 5 shots, and then we go to individual shots with the first elimination starting from shot number 12, and then eliminations every 2 shots until we move on to the medal stages. 10.9 is the highest individual score, and that's the equivalent of hitting a pinhead. And Issf Penny, well, just off that opening shot of a 10.8. 27-year-old just recently married, so it's been a big year for Issf. And a 10.9 from Panwar. What a way to start. The drums are banged, and the Indian team and the whole Indian supporters here in New Delhi just go absolutely crazy, and why not? On an opening shot on home soil in the World Cup final, why not go for the perfect score? Of India matches Panwar with a 10.9. And if you wanted to see world-class shooting, well, you've come to the right place. They're certainly enjoying themselves. I think we all are. We're only in the first series. Making a few adjustments to the butt of the rifle and the shoulder. So important they just get it exactly in the right place, because although the suits are there to help with stability, obviously balance, breath control, keeping your heart rate down, all of those things, then you have to add in the rest of the upper body and the physical movements to try and stay as still as possible. And then add to that the mental concentration as well, and it just starts to give you a better appreciation of what it's like trying to compete at this level. so tough. All of those things have to draw together and come as one for that perfect shot. For Babuta now. And now that's that first 5-shot series complete. And really, at this stage, you want to be over 52.5. If you get near 53 or over, you'll certainly be wanting to lead the competition. But we have a tie at the top. That's how close it is already. Babuta and Strenfel both on 53.0. And there's that 0.6 gap between Strenfel, Babuta, and then down to Issf Penny, who's tied in 3rd place. So close so far. Just look at those differences right the way down the scoreboard. Early days, of course, in this final. We're only 5 shots down, and now we've got another 5 shots to go. Here's the second series. So Chief Range Officer calls for the competition series load command. Just as Panwar there just loads, gets the rifle where he wants it. And the hopes of a nation rest on his shoulders alongside Arjun Babuta, both representing India at this World Cup final on home soil. A proud moment for both of these athletes. High scores, 10.8 from Sheng, world record holder Salazzo of Italy, also with a 10.8. Just see how busy it is here with the crowds. It's brilliant to see a packed house here at the Dr. Carney Singh shooting range. Such a historical venue. So much has happened here over the years. And more history, of course, about to be made as this final progresses. So many scores in the mid to high 10s. Sure, there's that 10.3 from Strenfel, but just watching this is the best of the best. Just make it look so easy. And if you've never tried rifle shooting, I'd certainly urge you to give it a go. Just look up your local shooting club, tell them that you've been watching the World Cup final and you'd like to give rifle shooting a go. They'll be delighted to hear from you, I'm sure. Get down to the shooting range, you'll take your first shot and realise how good these athletes are. It's okay on your first shot if you ever take paint off the wall. Trust me, I did. So Issf Penny and Doolin Shu both complete now with their second series. And a score of over 104 is a very impressive total indeed. Svampani will expect to be up there with the leaders. You just see that soft finger movement from Zhengli Hao, the world record holder. It was over 105, so that's an impressive total. But Arjun Babutta of India, 106. Wow, 2 series of 53.0 from the 25-year-old Indian shooter. And amazing to think the junior that I first saw back in Seoul in 2017, now absolutely blitzing it in his own country. Arjun Babutta of India, 106.0, absolute world-class shooting. So that's 2 series of 5 shots down. We're 10 shots into this final. If you are just joining us, welcome along. It's the 10-meter air rifle men at the ISSF World Cup final, live for you here in New Delhi. Local time is 1:25. Even if he does leave this final in 8th place. Let's see. This is shooting. Things can change. So Dulin Shu with 6 World Cup medals. More of a 3-position specialist. That's kneeling, prone and standing. He's on the right of your picture. Panwar of India. He's just to the left and 0.3 behind. So who will shoot first? So Dulin Shu with a 10.2. So Panwar needs a 10.5 to take it to a shoot-off. It's a 10.3. Meanwhile, the crowd erupts for Arjun Babutta, who I think might have had another 10.9. So Divinesh Singh Panwar, meanwhile, leaves this final in 8th place. Waves to the crowd. Nice bit of respect, not only from him to the crowd, but from the crowd back as they make their applause. And Arjun Babutta has indeed just hit another 10.9. He's absolutely on fire in this final. And I'm sure will be buoyed along by the support of the packed house here in New Delhi. So the gap is 0.9. That's already sizable at this stage, particularly when you think Zhengli Hao of People's Republic of China is the world record holder and the world #1. So this is shot 13. So 50 seconds is what's allocated for a single shot. Sounds like a long time, but by the time you've just gone through the motions and settled into your shot, the 50 seconds can go by pretty quickly. So Dulin Shu, just looking at him now, he was the first to go. It's a 10.0. Just moves his shoulders around, trying to just limber up and relax a bit more. Clearly looking for higher scores. So all shots 10 or over, and Dulin Shu 1.1 behind in 7th place. Shot 14 coming up to decide 7th, so this is crucial if Dulin Shu wants to stay in. He's got a gap of 1.1 to make up against Salazzo of Italy, who's currently in 6th, but he was top of qualification, so you'd expect some of that form to come into the final. But it all changes. The finals hall's completely different to the qualification hall. For one, the qualification hall's an awful lot bigger. It's got different surroundings, slightly different lighting, higher ceiling, and it does make a difference at this level. So here we go for the next elimination. Will it be Salatso on the left? Will it be Du of People's Republic of China on the right? The gap is 1.1, and that's quite sizable in 10-meter rifle shooting. That's quite a big gap at this level. And Du Linshu with that 10.2, Salatso with a 10.3. So we have our next elimination, and 21-year-old Du Linshu of People's Republic of China is leaving this final in 7th place. Could argue he's more of a 3-position specialist anyway, but to come here to New Delhi, get into the final at the World Cup final with the best of the best and leave 7th, great achievement. In these finals, Issf van Penny, Sheng Li Hao. In these finals, Issf van Penny, Sheng Li Hao, Salatso, Blavatsky. There's Arjun Babuta, who's leading the competition. Martin Strempfel, about 40 years old, still in there. Great shot, a 10.4 from the Austrian. Blavatsky though with a 10.8, and that'll help his cause because he was moving down towards the bottom of the scoreboard. And Blavatsky now in 5th. So Salatso, who finished top of qualification, is now in 6th place and could be leaving this final as he's 0.4 behind, so he's got a gap to make up as we move to shot 16 to decide 6th place. Great shot of the finals hall. Looks good, doesn't it? Believe me, it is. There's a great atmosphere here. Such an interesting place to come as well. It's such a unique country, India, steeped in history, so much tradition. The food so far has just been absolutely gorgeous. It's always something that we focus on when we come to these international competitions. Where's the food? But for now, it's back to the shooting. So Salatso versus Blavatsky, a 0.4 gap. .9 for the Italian. Meanwhile, Blavatsky slams in a 10.8. And Danilo Salatso knows that he's out of the final and inserts the safety flag into his rifle. Meanwhile, the India supporters going berserk. Arjun Babuta has just slammed in a 10.5. But for now, it's the next elimination. So Danilo Denis Salatso of Italy leaves this final in 6th place. You do have to make sure the suit is unbuckled in the right place. It could be a bit of a job trying to sit down in one of those suits, but it looks now like Salatso has managed to do so. So there was a tie, it's all switched around. Salatso leaves and Blavatsky still there, tied with Issf van Penny. Both on 167.2, nothing to separate those two. And Strempfel of Austria in 3rd place. Sheng, the world record holder and world #1 in 2nd. Meanwhile, Arjun Babuta of India, still at the top. He's on 168.4. 10.8 from Issf van Penny. 10.8 from Blavatsky. And Arjun Babuta there. Just maybe signs of some pressure, 10.1. It's still a great shot, but compared to the others that have come in all in the high 10s, Babuta now down to 2nd place. 0.1 behind Shen of People's Republic of China. The world record holder and world #1 has now gone in front.
is shot number 18. Let's make some noise, New Delhi. It could decide fifth place.
So Czechia versus Hungary. Penny goes first, a 10.6. Pravatsky now needs a 10.7. And it's a 10.4. So finishes just 0.2 behind. And for Jurka on firing point H, 23 years old of Czechia, he'll be leaving this final now in 5th place. So actually Pravatsky survives, actually. 0.2 behind Penny, as it turns out, and Arjun Babuta, who was leading the final, actually hit a 9.8. So just with that 10.1, just correcting myself, because Babuta was leading for so long, and I think maybe the occasion started to get to him. There's 10.1, and that last shot of a 9.8 has cost Arjun Babuta's place in this final. So would you believe it, he's gone from 1st to 5th, and Arjun Babuta of India leaves this final. That's how close it was. So it's Pravatsky versus Penny. Babuta was at the top, and then he's just slipped from 1st right down to 5th. And I, for one, certainly wasn't expecting that, and I don't think perhaps you were watching wherever you are. Well, that's how close it is at this level. Gaps of 0.2 and a gap of 0.1 between Sheng and Strempfel. That's 1st and 2nd. So there's a tie for 3rd, Pravatsky and Penny, both on 199.0. So are we heading for a shoot-off? This is to decide 4th, the cruelest place to finish, outside of the medals and off the podium. It's been a long and grueling year coming to New Delhi, making the final. Hopes and pressures all now begin to mount. These two great shooters now go up against each other. Unless, of course, there's another slide down the scoreboard, as we saw with Arjun Babuta a few moments ago. Pravatsky versus Penny. 10.4 from the Hungarian. And a 10.1 from Pravatsky. So meanwhile elsewhere, oh, Strempfel, it's happened again. Strempfel dropping down from 2nd to 4th. And just the look there on Pravatsky's face, I don't even think he can believe it. He survived 2 elimination processes, and now the 40-year-old Martin Strempfel from Austria now inserts his safety flag and now leaves this final. He was 2nd just a few moments ago. We saw Arjun Babuta drop from 1st to 5th. And now Martin Strempfel from 2nd to 4th. And Franz Roth, his coach, just has a few words in his ear. Well, it just wasn't meant to be today for Martin Strempfel. Just outside the podium, just outside the medals. You can see there who's in 2nd, and now is eliminated in 4th. So the world record holder and world number 1 leads the way on 210.1, 0.7 in front of Issf Penny of Hungary. So the next shot coming up will decide bronze. So Blavatsky 0.6 behind Penny. And Issf Penny now 1.0 behind the world record holder and world number 1. Well, are we going to see another change around in the scoreboard? We've seen it over the last 2 eliminations. Chen has been looking so strong. He's been second for most of the final, now in front. So bronze medal is decided, and Yuri Blavatsky, who survived about 3 elimination processes in a row, and Yuri Blavatsky, known as Yurka, waves to the crowd. He's a bronze medalist, and it just shows you in shooting as well, if you just keep going, even if you look at the scores and think, here I am on the brink of elimination, just keep on going, because who knows, you can climb up the scoreboard and walk away from a final with a medal. So Czechia have their first medal of this World Cup final, and it's a bronze. So that's how it stood after 20 shots. Scoreboard adjusted after 22. Blavatsky takes the bronze on 229.8. Issf Penny, meanwhile, of Hungary, has been closing in on Sheng of People's Republic of China. The world record holder, the world number 1, is in front, and there's a gap of 0.5. So the load command is given, another 50 seconds, and these next 2 shots, unless we go to a shoot-off, will decide the gold medal. And I do love it in a final when they are right next to each other as well. Sheng of People's Republic of China, so strong, so cool, so calm, 19 years old, against 27-year-old Issf Penny, who's achieved so much already. And Penny won't be happy with that. He already looks away. 10.1. Sheng slams in a 10.5. And it's looking likely that People's Republic of China will get another gold. We still don't know until the final is over. Got one more shot to go. Penny is 0.9 behind. And at this level, that's a sizable difference in the world of 10-meter air rifle. So the low command. Is this to be the final shot at this World Cup final in the 10-meter air rifle men? Issf Penny with so many World Cup medals to his name. I think I counted 29. Against one of the rising stars of 10-meter air rifle shooting, Sheng. On the left, and a 10.8 from Penny, so Sheng needs a 10.0 or more. Oh! And just gets it! The smallest of gaps, a 10.1. Would you believe it? And Sheng has just managed to hang on. And Issf Penny misses out on a gold medal by 0.1. But the world record holder, the world number 1, is now a gold medalist at the World Cup final in New Delhi. And the 19-year-old, well, I don't even think he can believe it. As we were saying a few moments ago with Yuri Blavatsky, as he is congratulated by the bronze medalists, just keep going in shooting, you never know. And what an effort from Issf Penny of Hungary. The silver medalist missing out on the gold by 0.1. Those are the margins at this sort of level, and that's exactly what we expect at an ISSF World Cup final. Pure world-class shooting, excitement all the way through to the end. And that's exactly why shooting is so captivating. So Blavatsky raises his rifle. He has the bronze medal. Czechia have the bronze. And Issf Penny with the silver medal for Hungary. Big smiles from the 27-year-old, just recently married. He's had a big year.
Hello, Rajat sir, अभी देखिए अभी कैसी है मेरी वॉइस अच्छी आ रही है?
And Sheng Li Hao, I think, knows he just about got away with it there, and there's a smile from Isfan Penny. And Sheng, I think, agrees that, well, those are the margins in world-class shooting. Just 0.1 of a difference was the difference between gold and silver. Winning score, 251.4. People's Republic of China have their second gold medal of the day.
Sure.
Sheng Li Hao, first of all, from People's Republic of China. It's very loud here. Can you hear me? Mic check, 1, 2, 3. It's very loud. Maybe the drums can stop for the interview. Mic check, we're good, okay. When you're live, give me thumbs up, okay? Sheng Li Hao, congratulations, another title, gold here in New Delhi. How would you describe this final? Because it was very high scoring. Did that put more pressure on you, or actually did you enjoy it more?
I think I'm very tired. Actually, I'm not very pressure. I just enjoy it.
So it puts a bit of pressure on you, but now you can definitely enjoy knowing that you have another title. So what a year for you. Olympic champion, Olympic record holder, world record holder, world #1, and now World Cup final champion. How would you describe the year 2024 for you?
I think maybe it's my best years. Yep.
I think it was definitely a very good year, your best year so far, and I'm sure there's much more to come. But for now, you deserve a rest, okay? Congratulations again, Sheng Li Hao, gold medal. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great, guys. Thank you very much. Well done. Congratulations. Debbie again. Signal, we will start. Issf Penny, congratulations. It's a silver, your second World Cup final medal here in New Delhi. You seem to, your third, sorry. You seem to like it here.
Yeah, actually, I feel really happy about it because every time I come to India, it's such a nice experience for me regarding these competitions and the crowd and everything. So, and yeah, and altogether, it's my 9th medal from World Cups, I think, from India. So it's a really successful place for me.
Yeah, you mentioned the crowd, the energy they create here. And what about the final itself? Because it was tight, it was high scoring, and you signed out with a 10.8 in the end to bring the difference between you and Sheng Li Hao down to 0.1. The standard of the scores, did that put more pressure on you, or actually did you enjoy it more, including the energy from the crowd?
I mean, it's the World Cup final, so of course the standard is the highest, so it can be, because all these athletes, they prove themselves throughout the year to actually qualify for this competition. So you could see already in the qualification matches how great the scores are and how great the performance is. And I already noticed actually that in the year of the Olympics, also the World Cup final scores are really, really high. So yeah, the thing is that also here in the final, everybody started great, and in the end it was so little, 0.1 difference between me and Sheng. So, but Sheng is a great shooter, so it would be a surprise actually if he would make a mistake. And but you know, you never know. So I was trying my best. I shot a 10.8, and that gave me a little bit of hope that in the end I can even take home the gold. Now it's silver. Hopefully next time, maybe already tomorrow, it will be a gold.
Yeah, of course, you're not done here yet, but taking home the silver, if this is your final medal of 2024, I guess it's a nice way to sign out on the ISSF season.
Yeah. I mean, there is still a competition tomorrow, but definitely, I think I had a great year. Really, only Olympics were not how I expected. I had some rifle problems. I'm really, how would I say, disappointed about that. But in the end, I mean, like throughout the year, so many nice medals and so many nice scores. So I'm really satisfied how this year went.
Issf, congratulations again. Silver, great final, great performance, and good luck with the 50-meter free positions.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great, well done. See you for the podium, okay? Yeah, can we meet again? How you doing? You okay?
I'm okay, yeah. A little better now.
Yeah, but the work continues, right, tomorrow? Yeah.
Well, not tomorrow, today actually. It's a meeting.
Yeah, well, let's get this done for you then. Okay, we're live. Jirka, congratulations. Another year, another bronze medal from the World Cup final. This time New Delhi. How are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling way better than last year because I kind of wasn't expecting it since I took a break after Paris and I just recently got back to training, and it was rough. Like last few practices were quite rough, so I'm happy that it turned out the way it did.
And a rough final, or like a crazy final, high scores, lots of movement. Were you aware of what was going on in terms of the standings?
Yeah, I actually reached for my safety flag a couple of times because I thought I'm gonna get eliminated, but then someone else did. So I was like, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna put it back, and that happened like 2 or 3 times at least in the final.
You were firing 10.8 after 10.8, I think 3 in a row, yet you weren't moving.
Yeah, it was a tough final for sure. The scores these days are all really equal and really high, so it's hard.
But the work's not done yet. You've got a podium to get on, then you've got training for the 3P final tomorrow. I suppose this gives you a lot of confidence going into the next event.
Well, maybe a little bit of calmness, I'd say, since I managed to bring a medal from air, so I'll be looking forward to the small bar now.
Well, Jurka, congratulations again on your bronze medal here. Enjoy the podium and good luck with the next event.
Thank you very much, Jamie.
Great, thank you. Thank you. See you soon. Okay.